conference, and he said that Remco is very good in the time trial. He was very strong, but on Sunday there will be another game.
It's different biking, so different racing. Also more riders. You're not on your own, so it's exactly a different game. But nothing. I mean, we all know what a bike race is, so it's nothing new.
Remco, what did you learn from yesterday's races?
Nothing.
You didn't watch?
Yeah, we watched it, but I think you cannot compare it with our race. The race exploded already before the local laps, so and it was raining. We will have normally dry conditions, so it was nothing special. I think for us it's more important to watch the under 23 race today.
The past rounds, Belgium is always controlling the race. The race for you and for what is also the aim for Sunday, or it's more creating chaos or attacking itself?
We didn't have the technical meeting yet, so no. I mean, of course we want to race, but I'm not deciding the tactics, so we'll still have to see the next days what we will do. But depends on Victor probably if he wants to ride from kilometer 0 till the last laps.
Or 10 kilometer 0, you know?
Nee, we weten het nog niet serieus.
What would you like?
Yeah, I mean, there's. I mean, if I have to believe the newspapers and everything, there's two big favorites. So I think those two teams have to try to take control of the race. But it depends how the race will develop on the local lap. It's always special to race. So we'll have to see lap by lap and just make sure that we are able and open for multiple race situations.
Do you agree with those two big favorites?
It's not up to me to agree with that.
Remco, after the season you had, is it in a more relaxed way you go to the race on Sunday? Is it a different mindset?
I think I'm always pretty relaxed, but the mindset stays the same. I always want to aim for the highest, and I'll just give myself at 100% like I always do. And if it's with a win, then then it's super good. If it's not, then that's life. I think you have to keep going and make sure you just always try to motivate yourself, no matter what situation. So it's pretty clear I'm relaxed, but I'm very motivated still for the last 3 weeks of the season.
Remco, you trained with Mathieu in Spain. How was your race shape for the hill?
Last training I did with him, it was not pretty good. I think he improved. I improved probably in Luxembourg, and also, I mean, he's also a guy that knows how to get into peak shape on the right moment. So I think there was still 3 weeks in between that training and Sunday. So I'm pretty convinced he will be in good shape. But yeah, I think it's also clear that he's a bit more heavy than myself and Tadej, so he has to take that weight up every single lap. So that might maybe cost him a bit of energy in the real final, but he's a world-class rider, so you're never done with Mathieu before he's really dropped.
Could you demotivate him a bit in Spain?
No, that's almost impossible. He's always pretty motivated, and he knows how to load the batteries after a difficult period. So I think he will be ready.
Is there already a celebration agreement between the two? Because last Sunday there was.
Maybe.
Good answer.
Maybe, but I don't want to wake up the beast in Tadej as well. So, but I think that beast is already awake.
Freddy Oved riot frenemies at one of the social stories you posted. Is it also something for this race, because you both speak Dutch, you're also in the same hotel? Is there something that you can collaborate against Tadej on Sunday?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think I'm here with Team Belgium. I'm not here with Team Holland. I will never be. So no. I think we have our plan, and we have to try to race in the way that it's the best for me, and not for Mathieu, Tadej, Hirschi, whoever. So I think it's pretty clear that we are not making any deals with other nations.
Remco would like to go with Tadej to the final kilometer?
if there's no other option, I think I will have no choice. But of course, I think Tade is a very quick rider. He still has a good sprint, but of course it's 280 kilometers race, so sprint might be a bit different. But yeah, preferably not. But if that's the situation, then I have to accept it and try to sprint for it.
Could it also be something like in the final when you like the last 5 kilometers aren't that hard? Obviously after such a long race it will be, but yeah, are you willing to cooperate with him until the very last end, given the fact that you know, okay, if it is a sprint, it will be a difficult one? Because normally you do.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's also in a stage race where I have a leader jersey or the result is already quite fixed. But in the championship it's different. There's something to grab at the finish line. So I think it would be in my right to not pull anymore in the last few kilometers, of course, because Tadej just has proven already a few times that he's the fastest of the two of us. So yeah, we'll have to see. But then I also hope there's no group coming from behind. I think Tadej has been in that situation in Flanders, unfortunately, one time. So I think if you go to the finish line, you want to win, but of course there's also still a medal to grab. But let's hope that I don't have to be in that situation.
Is it easy to adapt to that situation? Because, like I said, normally, and you also explained, normally you ride until the end. Is it something you need to adapt to now for this race?
No, I think I've learned it already quite a bit, especially in the Tour, where I had to be a bit more in defense mode. I think the Tour really kind of teach me how to ride with a bit more mature intensity, let's say, and also just a bit more thinking. So I think if the situation is there on Sunday, I will not be faced with a new situation. So I think that's something positive.
Remco, do you feel extra pressure now that you're on the brink of creating history by winning the 2 doubles?
No, it just drives me, and it would be crazy to achieve that. But yeah, it's always more easy to speak about it than to race it. So we'll have to see how it goes. But of course, now that I've 3 out of the 4, it's a bit more close than it is far away. So yeah, we're gonna try, but we'll have to see.
Remco, ciao. Belgium has been very successful in the last years, obviously because there are very good riders, but at the same time, the role of a coach as Sven, I guess, is very important. From your point of view, which is his best quality as coach of national?
I think Sven is really good in creating a friendship between, or let's say, a professional relationship between new riders that come into the team. He's also just quite relaxed. He's still quite young as a coach, so I think that helps. He knows cycling off nowadays a bit more than a bit older coaches, for example. So I think he just feels certain situations pretty well, and I think that's something very positive for a group. Of course, it's always a bit more easy to work with a strong group, with strong leaders, strong domestiques, and just strong riders. But of course, you still need to be able to deal with the pressure, to deal with the performing pressure. But I think he did that very well, and for sure, the future coach will have a difficult task to follow Sven up.